good, y'all? And if you're new, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is where I share my knowledge, wisdom, and perspectives on things that I've experienced on my journey of truly connecting with self. And so, as most of you are aware by now, we've been living in a system that's designed to keep us in a low vibration, limiting our soul's potential so we never awaken to who we truly are and take our planet and freedom back, yo. And obviously there's a lot more to it, but that's the simplest way to sum up what we've been living in. And it's what most people would refer to as the Matrix, right? And so today I'm gonna break down the specific ways they've been controlling the collective through fear, because fear is the main root cause to the system even lasting as long as it has. And so, yeah, I'm gonna break down the many aspects of how they've kept us in such a fearful vibration. And I'm gonna start with the media and the news, because it's easily one of the most impactful ways that we've been controlled. Because think about it, right? 80-90% of the time you turn on the news, the main topic is always about the latest murder, the latest kidnapping, the latest horrible car crash, the latest person to get locked up, like etc. etc. Most of the time it's always something low vibrational, something that'll make you feel sad, mad, worried, frustrated, scared, like etc. etc. It's all strategically designed this way, I'm telling you. Like, it's all designed to keep your energy low vibrational, I'm telling you. Because say you watch the news and the rising, right? You see something that makes you so angry, and then that energy carries on to your day and most likely affects the people around you as well. Like, this is exactly what they want, yo. And to be honest, social media is even worse. Like, Twitter and Instagram itself is filled with some of the most disturbing low vibrational videos I've ever seen in my life. And that's why I highly recommend to be aware of how much you're consuming on social media and the type of things you're consuming as well. Because honestly, you should be observing what you're watching before you consume it and let it affect your energy anyway. You must use high discernment when on social media, like in general. Because another aspect of how the media creates fear is through fear of judgment. Like, people are so scared to do anything or say anything out of the norm because they're scared to be perceived as crazy. They're scared to be judged in a negative way. They're scared to feel like they're not accepted by others. But that's slowly fading away as more and more people are waking up and starting to authentically express themselves without care for others' perspectives. Like, it's truly a beautiful thing, yo. And probably the biggest aspect of how we've been controlled through fear is through religion. And before I break everything down, I will say that there are many truths in the Bible. There are many truths in religious texts, but the majority of any Bible is filled with lots of deception. And one of the biggest deceptions is that heaven and hell are physical places that you go after you die, right? And if you don't repent, beg for forgiveness, and get baptized, then you won't have a ticket into heaven and you'll be thrown in hell to burn for eternity. Like, because that concept creates so much fear, people feel like they have to do every single thing in their power, worship, get on their knees every single day to prove to God that they're worthy of having that ticket into heaven so they won't be thrown in hell to burn for eternity. Like, who wants to be thrown in hell to burn for eternity? That concept creates so much fear in people's minds that people who are so deep into their religion, they just won't have an open mind to the truth, because that concept creates so much fear. But let me tell you, that concept is the furthest from the truth. Heaven and hell are states within the mind, and you could project a heavenly reality or you could project a chaotic, hellish reality. You are the creator of your own reality. And if you're operating through a state of pure peace and bliss, you're experiencing a heavenly reality. If you're operating through lots of hate, fear, and negativity, you're experiencing a hellish reality. You're creating that on yourself, yo. Like, most things in the Bible are symbolizing aspects of our own being, but they got people thinking that God is something outside of themselves that they have to worship in order to avoid going to hell. But God is really just a form of energy that exists within us all. We are created from God. We are extensions of God. We are not separate from God. And I'm not saying that you can't show love and gratitude to our Creator, but you don't have to get on your knees and worship, especially when it's rooted through fear. Because showing your higher self appreciation and love is becoming the best version of yourself and operating through love with one another, because we're all reflections of each other. So it's all about knowing that we have the power to create our own heavenly reality. You just have to do the inner healing and do the shadow work necessary to align yourself with that frequency. It's all a frequency and vibration. And once you align yourself with that frequency, you'll be experiencing a heavenly reality, yo. And on to another aspect of how religion creates fear, and it's through scary movies. Because scary movies that consist of evil spirits and stuff like that, I'm not saying that they don't exist, but what I'm saying is religion creates the concept of people not knowing their own power. Like, people are so scared to even go up the stairs at night without the light on. And that's because people are scared that some evil spirit, some entity is going to harm them. But you gotta know your own power. No spirit, no entity can harm you nor touch you. And you're divinely protected at all times. But you must know these things internally, because you not knowing your own power is you giving low vibrational energy permission to affect you. You feel me? And so you must remove all fear in order to experience true peace. It shouldn't be a thing where you're just scared to walk around in the dark. Like, we literally come from darkness. We're birthed from darkness. It's not something that was meant to be feared. And so the last aspect of how religion creates fear is through demonizing the things that actually heal your soul. Crystals, yoga, meditation, etc. Like, these are ancient practices that help you get in tune with your inner divinity. But religion leads people to fear these things, and then look at the people who use these ancient practices as crazy or demonic. Like, it's literally all strategically designed this way to separate us as a collective. Like, why do you think there's 10,000 different religions and only one of them are supposed to be right? Like, that doesn't even make any sense, yo. And so, yeah, they try to push all that fear onto us to try to keep us in a low vibration. But once you remember that you create your own reality, you can begin to truly unprogram all that fear out of your mind, and therefore you won't feel those fearful feelings any longer. All you got to do is the shadow work necessary. And yes, I'm making it seem way easier than it is. It's very hard to work through fear that you've been under for the majority of your life, but it's something that you're more than capable of working through. It's ultimately just knowing where that fear is rooted from. Once you know where it's rooted from, it'll make it much easier to work through that fear until it becomes something that no longer triggers you, but something that you could just laugh at now. Like, that's literally how powerful our minds are. Our minds are so much more powerful than people may think. We literally create our entire reality with how we perceive ourselves and the world around us. It's all a reflection of your internal being, a reflection of your aura field. Because yes, your aura is a very real thing. And for those thinking it's not, that's the problem. It's your actual energetic body. Remember, you are not your physical body. This is literally just your vessel. And so, yes, chakras are very real as well, because fear is tied to your root chakra. Why do you think that whenever you're in a deep state of fear, you feel it in your gut, don't you? You feel it right here in your gut, in your root. Because it's tied to your actual root chakra. Your root chakra is in such an uncomfortable state. That's why it feels so uncomfortable in that area, you feel me? So we often surrender to the fear, not knowing that we're creating it ourselves. And yes, there are 6 main other chakras, but I won't cover that whole subject today. But I am going to mention that opening your third eye chakra will allow you to truly be aware of these aspects of yourself that need healing, these aspects of your true self. Because ignoring these aspects of yourself will make it so much harder to work through these things. And yes, I know that chakras are shown in anime shows, but that's for a reason. They have to put what they already know about us in our face to try to avoid their karma. But their karma's about to hit them. It's about to hit them real hard, because their little system is coming to an end as more and more people are waking up every single day and remembering who we truly are. We are eternal beings of energy. We are extensions of God, not separate from God. And once you truly know that, and once you truly embody that, you can learn to transmute energy. But again, it all starts with reprogramming your false belief systems, yo. And so yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And if you genuinely enjoyed it, or even if it made you just question some things, all I ask is that you drop a like and drop a sub. and share your perspective, share your thoughts in the comment section below, because I would love to answer any questions that y'all may have. But yeah, take care of yourself, yo. Peace and love.